It's been 4 successful, glorious years of your favorite news channel, African News Network, ANN7. Since its inception, your favorite news channel has been focusing on constructive nation-building stories in the interest of building a culture of unity and pride in South Africa.
An area called Malagazi Isipingo, there are about 20 taps that are provided for over 10,000 people. Where is the water that they say they're providing for? Where are the houses that they say they are providing for?
Headquartered at Midrand, Gauteng, ANN7 is the most technologically advanced 24-hour news channel in South Africa. With its latest newsroom automation systems, cutting-edge electronic news gathering technology, and a network of sharp young journalists and experienced editors who will give a fresh perspective to the TV viewers of the country.
When we launched 4 years back, it was clear that it was a premature baby. So we had the option of closing the channel for some time and relaunch. So we had a quick meeting with senior executives, and the outcome was an astounding no. Will not stop the channel. And what a journey it has been.
What impressed me most was that the company had taken a deliberate decision to be disruptive in what has been a mainstream media market in South Africa. And I was able to see that in action straight away when I joined in 2014.
We work in terms of celebrating South Africa and growing South Africa. This is still a young democracy. We believe that the democracy needs to be shown out there, that we need to show people the different parties, the different level of politics in this country. And I think the balanced view or the alternative view, as some may call it, is what ANN7's been about.
The channel was at its best with a young team and faced several challenges, but that did not deter them from rowing the boat in the rough seas. The biggest challenge it faced in its first year was the passing of Madiba. With a young and vibrant team who was still trying to learn how to walk, the channel made its mark across the globe with the best coverage of Madiba's final journey.
How strong ANN7 was in our broadcast of the passing of Nelson Mandela. I mean, it was such a sensitive time and such a difficult time for our country, but it was also a very difficult time for our station because we were so young. We were such a new channel. Our anchors were new, our PCR staff was new, everyone was new, and this was the first big moment for the channel. But I must say, as an anchor, I'm really, really proud of how we handled that entire broadcast. I mean, we had reporters across the country. Our journalists and our anchors were ready for those live broadcasts. We were ready for those interviews. And I think we were strong enough to deal with the situation because it was a very sensitive time for our country.
The Guptas have a TV station, the Guptas have a newspaper, the Guptas are challenging ideas of white monopoly capitalism.
You know, the media, until the emergence of New Age and ANN7, was completely monopolized by a media that was anti-President Zuma. You know, before President Zuma took the reins of power, the media was vociferously against him.
We don't want to see ANN7 anywhere. We don't want to see New Age anywhere in our event.
Your channel has been on a path to make sure that you are shown the true picture, bringing your issues to the forefront and fighting for what is right.
Nine provinces, 11 teams, and the whole country is going to be excited because you are the one deciding and you are the one that's going to be voiced over this whole season for SA Decides.
channel has always allowed you to have your say. The best example is our flagship show, SA Decides, which has always been a pool of young and motivated freshers who become your voices.
We have electricity problem here.
We have challenges in rural areas in Ward 2 and 4. That's where we couldn't give people water.
Although the municipality is doing their part for the people of Borolelo, there's still more work to be done.
The most striking project that the company had put in place was SA Decides. SA Decides went out to all 9 provinces across the country. But these youngsters were thrust into the deep end. Those who swam, and those who sank. But most of them were able to come out the other end as improved journalists, as people who could do live reporting, people who could go out into the deep, dark recesses of South African rural communities and tell these people stories. And that's the main thing that struck me when I joined the channel, was that the bosses were quite happy to tell the story of South Africans that was never told, because most of our media concentrates on urban stories, on urban centers, and few of them as well. But ANN7 has taken a different view in covering South Africa. It has taken a different view of bringing different angles, different stories of ordinary people to the South African screen.
The fact that we cover the elections in such great detail also is a testament to ANN7's belief that they have to bring politics to the country, politics to the home. The average viewer can see what's going on, get a feel, get a pulse of the nation during any election time. And that's where the SA Decides program has come on board.
This is a kind of channel that they would actually give you the rope, and then you decide whether you're hanging yourself or you're going to utilize that rope. I've had the pleasure of covering the Pan-African Parliament, which sits here in Midrand. And for me, like, learning African politics through the dignitaries and through the parliamentarians, it's been such a good thing, because now whenever the elections are happening all across the continent, I'm able to comment and I'm able to analyze it.
To get the opportunity, I was not expecting that I would get an opportunity to actually work at a television station just fresh out of university, but I was given the chance by ANN7 to do so, and the channel actually gave me, the chance to learn new things I never would have thought that I would learn. It's one of my dreams come true. It's something that I never thought that would happen.
Your channel, ANN7, has been accused of driving agendas. Yes, we do drive agendas. Our agenda is exposing the corrupt. Our agenda is to expose inequality in community. Our agenda is to bring you the clear and transparent picture. And in the words of Robert Frost, the woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep. We at ANN7 will continue this journey, bringing you news first, fast and live.